Hello, I'm Peter Vaughan, and today I'm at Newcastle Racecourse for the launch of the 2026 Elddis Motorhomes. Now, Avalon we saw launched at the February show, and it introduced a new construction system for Elddis Motorhomes called the Zip system. If you want to know more about that, we'll flash up a link to our video from the launch. But the key thing is that Zip system construction, which is so important to the new Elddis Motorhomes, is now across the coach built range. But while Avalon starts at £82,505, Autoquest, with the same new construction, the same sort of look with the big overcab sunroof, that starts at £72,504, and it's now called Autoquest Apex. Can't afford that? Well, there's a new entry-level model from Elddis called the Whirlwind GT, and that starts at £59,999. That £59,999 price tag is for the 6 metre models, the existing 105, 115 and 120 layouts. This 150 with the island bed, it's a 7.34 metre motorhome, so a bit bigger, and this one is £64,505. If you want the automatic gearbox, manual is standard. If you want the automatic gearbox, that's £3,246 extra. And these Whirlwind GT models are built on the Peugeot Boxer cab, not the Fiat Ducato that you see here. So the exterior construction and design are all new, but inside, although the decor has changed, the layouts are familiar from the previous Autoquest range. So this 150 has parallel sofas up front with the agouti travel seats underneath and a rear low-level island bed. If you want to up-spec your Whirlwind GT, you can add the Evolve pack, which adds a solar panel, winter pack, awning, alarm, tracker, cab blinds, Wi-Fi, barbecue point and external socket for £3,500. On the Whirlwind GT, the grey metallic cab is £848 extra. Move up to an Autoquest Apex and your grey cab becomes standard equipment along with the automatic transmission. And you also get a host of other kit in the higher priced vehicle. So you get upgraded graphics and upholstery, the XT pack of cab options, solar panel, winter pack, awning, alarm, tracker, barbecue point, external shower, USB, external power socket, omnivent, microwave, dual fuel hob, cab blinds and Wi-Fi. So now this is the Autoquest Apex 194. It's a 3.5 tonne motorhome on a Fiat chassis. It's 7.34 metres long, and the price of this one is £77,005. Let's take a look inside. Now, interestingly, you can have this layout also in the Whirlwind GT, and the 150 layout that we looked at in that, you can have in an Autoquest Apex. In fact, there are 8 layouts across both ranges, the same 8 layouts in Whirlwind GT and Autoquest Apex. Everything from a 6 metre van with a front lounge or a rear lounge, compact 2-berth vans, up to a 6-berth model with a drop-down bed over the front lounge and a lounge at the back as well. There's single bed layouts, French bed, island bed, you name it, there is something for almost everybody. Back to this 194, and you've got a central kitchen with the relatively small fridge underneath the sink. At the back, you have these single beds mounted high over a garage, so a continental style of layout, but no cupboards over the head of the bed, so you can sit up. Also, interestingly, you've got access into the garage from the living area. Relatively unusual in this type of layout. At the front, you've got parallel sofas with the agouti travel seats underneath. And then opposite the kitchen, you have the washroom, but it's an all-in-one washroom. So when you're showering, you will need a shower curtain. So Elddis now give you 3 price points in coach built motorhomes. Whirlwind GT, Autoquest Apex and Avalon at the top. And of course, beyond that, you have the new Buccaneer range. The layouts in Autoquest Apex are familiar Autoquest layouts, as they are in Whirlwind GT. So I think the key thing is the pricing of those Whirlwind GT models, starting at just 60 grand. And I thought I was coming to see new Elddis motorhomes, but they have also brought back the Buccaneer name. Now, if you're a caravaner, you'll know Buccaneer as a top-line caravan brand, and there have been Buccaneer motorhomes before, but now Buccaneer is back in the motorhome world with two models under the Quantum name, the F4S for single beds and the F4F for French bed. Both are on a Fiat chassis with a 3650 kilo payload, and each are priced at £94,505. So these motorhomes sit above anything in the Elddis brand at the top of what comes out of the Concert factory. They come as standard with a 140 horsepower engine, automatic transmission, silver cab, alloy wheels, awning, Wi-Fi, reversing camera, everything you'd expect. But you can go further. The Luxe edition gives you all the modern driver assistance systems, tyre pressure monitoring, spare wheel, and the 180 horsepower engine for an extra £5 grand. You can also have a tow bar for £706, change the cab colour to black for £848, and add leather upholstery for £3,499. Body construction, like all the new 2026 Elddis motorhomes, uses the new zip system. If you want to know more about that, watch our video from the launch of the Avalon back at the February NEC show. We'll put a link up for that video. Layouts are familiar, of course, in these new Buccaneers. So up front you have these parallel sofas with a Gucci fold-up travel seats underneath. If you want to make a bed, to make it into a 4-berth, there's no drop down, it's convert these sofas into a transverse double. Moving to the back of the van, you've got a kitchen with an under-mounted fridge, high-level microwave, and of course the full UK kitchen with mains, hot plate and separate grill and oven. And then low-level single beds. This one's just under 6 foot long, this one's just a fraction over. And then of course beyond that you have your washroom with a separate shower in the rear corner. The alternative layout from Buccaneer gives you a slightly larger front lounge, again with side sofas with the Agouti travel seats underneath, and again the big overcab sunroof. Kitchen now is L-shaped, again well stocked with the Russell Hobbs microwave and the full Thetford cooker, but this time you get a much bigger fridge freezer over on the other side. French bed at the rear with this cut off corner and a TV point at the foot. And then in the rear corner again you've got a separate shower, but of course a different arrangement because this time the washroom is alongside the bed. So those are the two new Buccaneer Quantum motorhomes, a premium couple of models from the Elddis stable. They have the same construction, as I said, as the new Avalons, but layouts that are unusual at this price point. No garages, low beds. Let's see how that goes down in the market.